Cypher says, being a young person, I really do see that there's a group of voters dying to explode in votes for the Democratic Party if the establishment Dems are replaced, because they're not going to change.
They're not.
I hope so much an actual good political revolution will come. That's why it's called Rebellion PAC, because people are joining the rebellion, right? Rebel Dragon says,
the Rebellion PAC, people are joining the rebellion. Yeah, I heard Charlie Kirk is gonna join up the Rebellion PAC, right? It's gonna be Charlie Kirk and Riley Gaines and Cenk Uygur and PBD and Jillian Michaels. It's gonna be like, this is gonna be the shit, bro, the shitty PAC.
That's what they've done with Doge. So he's for cutting benefits to veterans. He's for cutting special education. So talking about Sean Ryan. See, that's a great example of, no, I don't agree with Sean Ryan on that. That's crazy. I don't like what Doge did at all. It doesn't mean I can't agree with him on not attacking Iran.
Yeah.
Two things can be true at the same time.
And it seemed like he was hedging, or maybe, sometimes when you're trying to say something that is gonna lead to backlash from your own side, you do a little bit of throat clearing, because the statement was, I like what they're doing with Doge. It looks like they might have cut too much. Seemed like he wanted to actually say they went too far, but had to hedge. Yeah.
Yeah. God bless. A worst case scenario, Dragon says, I'm loving that the right wing podcasters have come around and have had enough.
Yes. I think that's a good thing.
Of course, it's a good thing. Right wing podcasters coming around to agree with us is an indisputably good thing.
Look, it would be different, and I would understand the anger that's been directed toward us by the small group of people who are angry if we were sacrificing our values to agree with the right, but that's not what's happening.
Yeah, they're like, I can't believe you got the right wing to change their opinion and agree with us. Boo! By the way, I'm not exaggerating. That's literally what's happening.
Literally.
Dude, the right wing does not agree with Cenk at all on anything. Like, remember the military budget? Not happening, not getting cut. They got 150 billion increase. What else did he say was gonna happen? Oh, his big thing now is the war in Iran, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, but first off, if Trump decides to go to war with Iran, all of those right-wingers will get in line. And secondly, the only reason they even remotely appear to be on the same side as you is because they're so anti-Semitic that this allows them to be openly anti-Semitic, and you will help launder their anti-Semitism, right? So they're just kind of using you to justify their own anti-Semitism, but they're not agreeing with you. They're not on your side. They're not working with you. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Okay.
Literally.
That is amazing to me, amazing. Okay, Mariachi Dragon says, and Tucker, let's not forget that during your time at Fox, you were stoking that tribalism for all it was worth, you hypocritical dirtbag. By the way, that's true. He was stoking the tribalism when he was at Fox News. And there's nothing wrong with calling that out and then saying, oh, I'm glad that he changed on Iran and on the war, on Israel, etc.
Yeah, so look, I've been watching and listening to his podcast episodes for research purposes, and he's
for research purposes. Oh, dude, did you see how she added that in there at the end? Long pause for research purposes.
Talked about that actually a few times and seems remorseful about it. The thing is,
believable.
There's no way of fact checking that. You can't fact check someone's remorse. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you just have to watch enough of the content to see, is this a consistent, reform or change in his behavior?
Because of course, over the long history of Tucker Carlson being around, he's had a long history of being remorseful, right? So is Donald Trump, right? They've all had long histories of being remorseful. Like Tucker Carlson, after he lied for a couple years and he cost his network $787 million, he was real remorseful, and he stopped lying after that happened, right? Right? Oh no, you mean he's not remorseful? You mean he's never stopped lying? You mean he keeps lying for Trump for years, and even, when bad things happen that cost people jobs, he's still lying. But now the guy who lies all the time about everything is saying he's remorseful, and you're just like, well, I can't really tell. I can't I don't have my lie detector on.
And it seems to be, but look, I don't know. I don't know. So
yeah, no, I have a different standard for this. It's called don't trust but verify.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to trust.
Exactly.
You can not trust, but verify. But if it turns out, you verified it and he really is anti-war, then take the win. I'm not telling you, just trusting blindly in Tucker Carlson or Marjorie Taylor Greene or Donald Trump. No way, no way. But if you did verify it and he is saying it to his audience over and over again, then great, take the win.
Yeah, and his more recent episode.
What is the win when, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I have a policy position and I find out that Nick Fuentes has the same policy position as me in this one instance, how is that a win for me, right? How is, like, having a neo-Nazi or a raging Islamophobe and anti-Semitist, right, anti-Semitic person like fucking Tucker Carlson, if he agrees with you on the war in Iran or whatever, the child tax credit, like, how is that a fucking win for you, right? If David Duke, right, if Kanye agrees with me on one thing, it's not a win for me. In fact, it's like maybe even a reality check where I'm like, all right, let me go reassess my position and make sure that I'm not, make sure I'm not on the wrong side of the tracks. I just don't get it how the minute a MAGA person shares his point of view, he thinks he's got a win. He thinks it's a win, but I don't even see, even if he agrees with you in that one thing, it's not a win. He's not going to put a helmet on and climb in a foxhole with you and start, you know what I mean? Like, what is that, bro? But man, if somebody on the left agrees with him, it's not a win. Holy shit. And if they, certainly him and Sam Cedar have some issues they agree on, but he doesn't consider that to be wins. He won't go talk to Sam, right? Like, what's going on, bro? What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.